talking about? I said, because I know the type of alcohol you are. You said something to somebody you didn't have no business saying, because I
Right.
have seen you do it. And I said, this person just beat you behind and you didn't
Right.
you couldn't fight. So you were stumbling all over because you was an alky. But see, if you hadn't been in your right mind, you could have protected yourself, but you couldn't. You understand what I'm saying? And I made it a joke with him. I didn't put him down. I made a joke and I was laughing with him. And he was like, oh, mama, you ain't no good. I said, you're damn right, I ain't a bit of good. But, but by me joking
Yeah.
with him,
Sense of humor.
sense of humor, having
Yeah.
to laugh with him and say, see, this can happen. But if you was in your right mind, you wouldn't have said anything and this wouldn't have happened. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, you are correct. And that started him thinking about what I was been talking about all this time, trying to get him to understand. But I had got him to the point where he had cut down on drinking a whole lot.
That's good.
And that's by talking, being forceful, and not saying, well, this is a 32-year-old man. I can't do nothing with him.
Right.
I went to him, I said, what?
Right.
As long as I'm on this earth and I'm your mama, guess what?
Right.
I will put my foot up your behind. You could be 6'2", you could be 3 foot. I don't care.
Right. That's so true.
And that's what I'm talking about. It's not an easy situation, and you cannot
it's
feel
not.
sorry for yourself.
It's not easy at all. You know, you were able to talk to your son in that manner, and he was able to understand, and those were certain ways of coping. The person who drinks a lot, they will tell you today, oh, tomorrow I'm going to stop. Oh, tomorrow I'm going to stop. When is tomorrow stop? Tomorrow never comes.
It
Tomorrow
does.
Because
doesn't
it's,
come.
tomorrow. Oh, today is Christmas. I'll stop tomorrow. It's New Year's. Oh, New Year's finishes Valentine's Day. There is always an excuse to drink. Oh, I'm drinking because someone got a raise. I mean, how does that affect you? You got to drink. My point is, the person is drinking for every reason, and they want to change. This person really wants to change, but their body is not letting them. And some people, they can't stop right away because they will die.
No.
Because the alcohol is so much in their blood, in the system, that they need it to survive because the blood is so used to it being in the body, in the system.
So Linda, if
How do you help
so Linda,
that
if
person?
you think about alcoholism as being a disease, then what we do in society to treat a disease is we get medicine.
Get help.
Right, but what kind of medicine without
right.
affecting the alcoholic? Because they could go into a stroke with certain medications to try to
So
stop it.
maybe
But that's another
that's right. That's a whole
topic.
other topic.
But you know what I'm saying? There's so many issues when you're dealing with someone who is an alcoholic and trying to help them. There's so many thoughts and things that go through your mind and how you can impact them in a positive manner with some wisdom
Just like my father.
to give them some
I
enlightenment.
do have a
to get it better.
suggestion as I got thinking about it. My mother used to go to an Al-Anon, which is the support group.
Yeah.
The person who is not the alcoholic.
Right. I think it's called
What's
the
it called?
codependent person, because you're actually helping the alcoholic
That's
to
right.
continue, and
That's
you're not.
right.
You're the enabler.
That's
But
right.
you're not really realizing that you're enabling the alcoholic because you love them so much that you want to help them, but in a way that you just don't want to see them fall because you've seen them fall enough. There's so many ways.
Well, part of what I'm hearing you saying, there's so many ways to help, but I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And
That's
for a
my
person
point.
who's out
How
there,
can we?
a person who's out there in our audience, they need to know that there are many ways and that there are many services that are available for help. People have already come up with these ideas. You don't have to reinvent these ideas. And going to Al-Anon or going to a codependent, go to a website or go to a local area, a local alcoholism group. You can find a group for adults and groups for teens of people who are alcoholics, people who are not alcoholics but are the enablers. So I think they have many ideas that will help our constituents out there. And I strongly urge people, if you've got a loved one out there and they're just tearing you apart,
Yes.
stop letting them tear you apart. I'm really serious. You can make that decision to stop, letting them tear you apart. You make that decision, and you do it by you going and getting help.
Right. Understanding what
That's
you're dealing
so
with.
important. Yes, understand it, but you can go get help, and in you getting help, you know, I'm always reminded of a person on the airplane. The first thing every single flight goes through are the directions. If there's an emergency, what are you supposed to do? Pull down the mask, and who do you put it on? The baby?
No.
You have to put the mask on yourself, because then you can help the person.
Yes.
So for those of you who are out there right now at this minute and you're struggling with some loved person, I strongly urge you to go find someone for help for you.
That's right.
And once you get the help, then you will know where to go next.
Right.
I agree with that. What do you have to say?
And like my father and my son, okay, these are relationship we had. I have had relationship with my mother was an alcoholic. She wasn't an alcoholic, but she was a drinker too, you know. And that's another whole different topic with women's been drinking and stuff like that. But even with my father, I would handle my father differently than I would handle my son. Okay, first of all, because I don't know the problems my father had. First of all, I would start talking to him, find out what problem he had, because he's hurting inside, and sometimes they don't know how to come out, especially men, and tell you they are hurting, because our society tell us that men have to be strong. Who says they are made out of the same thing that we are made out of?
Right.
And if you think about it, they hurt like you hurt. It's no different. So with my father, I had to handle him different. I had to talk with him. What is wrong? How was your day-to-day, Dad? Tell me what was going on. You understand what I'm saying?
No,
So,
I definitely understand what you're saying.
Sometimes you have to take them by their hand.
So in about like 1 minute, can you tell me what you think the audience can do to help, to get that tough love, to get that, to be strong, to help that person? Could you sum that up for me in 1 minute?
Yeah, you would know tough love is you loving that person. You want to save that person. You want to fight to save this person. You don't want nothing to take your that person out. You don't want this. And so you do anything. You go and seek help. Like she was saying, you find out different places where you can take this person. And you say, it'll be all right. I will go with you until I feel that you can stand on your own. Once you have stand, then I will let you go. You know, it's like, it's love. Love is so powerful, and people think love is just, I love you, and then when you have hard times, I walk away. No, that is not love. Love is going through the good time, the bad time, not putting each other down, and know that yes, we can get through this, and we will get through this. With the help of God and me and you, baby, we're going to get through this, because we're going to fight this devil off, you know, and just have fun, you know, have sense of humor
Karen,
with it.
what do you think? Wrap it up in 1 minute. What would you say to our audience in, what do you think would be a final thought to push someone to help themselves to help that person?
I think that we first have to become aware of what it is we're doing, and then have the courage, us, not them, and then us, have the courage to take a step. It's the action. For you out there, for you, Linda, it's us to take the action, and once we do an action, gives us an opportunity to go with the reaction, and then other things will happen. But take that first step. Yes. Us, we have to take the first step.
And don't be afraid to take it. To help the person that you love, do not be afraid to take that first step. You got to think about it. Like if somebody you knew was drowning, what the first thing you do? Even if you can't swim, you're going to jump in there trying to save that daggone person's life. And this is the way you have to look at alcohol. I'm jumping in. I don't know what the devil I'm doing, but I'm going to jump in this thing because I'm going to save this person.